Ghosh. I have overall 19 years of experience in the field of analytics. I'm the director of the company and also I'm the head of AI and data science. So I lead a team of DevOps, data scientists, AI engineers, and front-end developers, back-end developers, the entire team of analytics basically. I've been able to work with multiple organizations, previously with KPMG, Sony Pictures, and all with across domains, media, telecom, pharma, and stuff. So I'll be your mentor for this course of ML Ops. So this is what you will have, okay, in your ML Ops training. So ML Ops, to be fair enough, how it is different from DevOps. I'm sure a couple of you are already of a DevOps background. So DevOps is associated with any software life cycle, okay, where we are trying to build and more of a continuous integration and continuous deployment CI/CD pipeline. I'm sure you DevOps guys, you use multiple CI/CD tools, which helps to do a continuous integration deployment across the environment, right? That is what you guys do, right? While MLOps, it is associated with the deployment of the data science project, especially machine learning and deep learning predictive modeling project. It is specific for that because that's why it is called ML Ops. And one more entity is present in ML Ops is called the CI, CD, and CT. So it not only has continuous integration, it also has continuous deployment. It also has continuous training. That means the machine learning model or the deep learning model, um, machine learning model or the deep learning model, what we have for that, what type of continuous improvement can be done? Not only at the lower environment, but also at the higher environment, you can do in a very mature organization. They also do in the production environment also. Okay. So that part we are going to learn in terms of we will need to have our knowledge in machine learning. Okay. How to, the machine learning background in terms of what models is all about. So that's why we will start with, if you see, we will have an introduction to MLOps. What is MLOps is all about. Focus on this course module. So basically it is related to machine learning, or rather I will say data science projects, because not only machine learning, deep learning projects, which are predictive analytical project, that projects deployment, continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous training. These three parts will be covered and we will understand. For that, that's why definitely we need to know Python, because you will be using Python coding to understand how in MLOps, what type of Python packages needs to be used. Here you will use Python packages to create the CI/CD pipelines. Okay. So we will understand Python, model training and model development rather. That is also important as an MLOps guy, MLOps engineer to know. You should know what the model is doing, how the model is developed, what is done for training purpose. Okay, that is known. Also, front end. The Flask we will also understand. Flask as one of the criteria. If you see in your course, it is written Flask as one of the front end for the model deployment. That Flask we should also know. Once we know that the there in terms of the coding skill, then we will move into our CI/CD tools. So the first tool what we will use, okay, is the Kubernetes, the Docker. Obviously, once we know how we can use Dockerization, we will understand how to create image, create containers. Okay, Dockers for ML, we will try to understand. Then we will also understand the Kubernetes fundamentals. Okay, we will use Kubernetes kind and Kubernetes fundamental to understand deployment using Kubernetes. You will use also Kubeflow. This is very important. Kubeflow and ML flow. Kubeflow is related to the Kubernetes clustering, but ML flow is one of the orchestration tool. Okay, just like Jenkins, here we can use ML flow, which will help to orchestrate the entire process, even versioning. Okay, we can do multiple model trainings are then done, multiple model versions we create. So we will use ML flow also there. Okay, we'll have one project created and then we will try to understand. Okay, this ML flow will be used for your CI/CD for machine learning, that we will try to use it using that. For front end, for monitoring all this thing, this has to be monitored because as an ops guy, you should monitor the performance of the tool. We will use Prometheus and Grafana. Then we will also use AWS because we will be Dockerization. We will learn that Docker image we will put it in AWS EKS cluster, Kubernetes and ECR. We will also put in ECR, and then you will use SageMaker for the deployment of those stuff. Also, we will have use Azure ML Studio and GCP Vertex. So all the three cloud you will see we will use Azure, GCP, and AWS for the CI/CD component and for the deployment. That is all will what will be going to be covered in this entire MLOps course. Okay, but for project specific, it will be aligned for machine learning and deep learning project. Okay, clear?
So how many use cases will be covered?
Multiple use case. So each of these will have a model what you are developing. This model will try to deploy using this different CI/CD tools. Okay. So we will use Kubernetes also, we will use AWS also, we will use Azure and GCP also. Okay.
So do we have any like endpoint, like whether we have a batch or online deployment? As I could as I could see, only the flash deployment happen in the section 4.
Will be deployed in AWS itself, Azure itself, and GCP itself. Using EKS, we will be deploying it in AWS itself.
And which module shows training part?
Model development and training. You will see the code wise how the training is done.
And how we will decide like that? Like, so it one is a normal flow in which we will deploy the model. And the second is whenever any model we want to train, then we will rerun the pipelines, right? So how we will do that configuration? We will do it in Kubernetes or somewhere.
Yeah, when I am telling Kubernetes here, AWS, EKS, Kubernetes, this will be a pipeline only. Okay. So in that pipeline,
Yeah.
you will not only it is a CI/CD and CT pipeline. Training pipeline will also be there in this case.
Okay, okay. And what about APIs?
APIs, it will be get generated. No, when you are deploying, it will generate an API for your front end for that model.
So in this CI/CD,
Jenkins, I didn't mention, right? We will be using these tools itself. In MLOps, generally Jenkins are not used. MLOps is slightly different. There you will use ML flow. ML flow is used during development. If you are creating multiple version during development, we will use ML for tracking purpose. So I want to do a continuous training. Means what? In production, I have deployed it. I am seeing the prediction of the model, but in production itself, there's a parallel line going on, which is called continuous training, which does not happen in your traditional DevOps, right? There you have just CI and CD. That's why MLOps is different. You have CI, CD, and CT. Okay. So for that, when we are using this CI/CD module, we will use Jenkins to do that. Okay. If you see here, you have Jenkins. We are installing Jenkins and creating that pipeline for you. Okay. So there is slightly difference in MLOps. There is ML flow to track your ML models for during development. I can have 3-4 versions. Now there is something, one interesting pipeline will be there after deployment in the production itself. That same version of the model are getting trained continuously. For that, those things we will create this from here, like Jenkins you will have. In AWS also we will do that. Okay, in your GCP and Azure also we will do all the stuff. Okay, so you will have to answer your question. Yes, Jenkins we have for your continuous training. Okay.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah, thank you so much for that. I was looking for those things in that CI/CD. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
So
last
see,
question
it's
I
there.
have. So
Yeah.
are we going to get this access to this cloud, like all the three cloud, to do the practice and all?
You have to pay your own money and get that $300 you will get for GCP, right? Initially, that is for LLM ops, not ML ops, guys. So there is a separate domain called LLM related GenAI application deployment and RAG, agentic AI, and GenAI applications, MCP servers. So that is LLM ops. Very practical, right? If you see this module which has been designed, it's very much practical. So most everything will be practical. Please join from your laptop. You have to share your screen so that you are doing it live there and others are following. I will be guiding it how to do that. Okay. Then as a next step, you have to reach out to your Visualpath team. They will do that enrollment. Once you're enrolled, you will get 3 things. Google Drive, where I will upload all the code and all the documentation, whatever is required. You will also get a WhatsApp group for our internal discussions and all, and also a SharePoint link where all your meeting recordings will be stored. Okay. And that meeting recordings can be used for revision purpose. Like once you revise, once you come back, you can use that recording will be used for revision. Okay.
And these will remain for how much long time? Like,
Lifetime. You will get access, lifetime access. You cannot download, I think, the recording, but you can log into their, LLMS dashboard and access the recording lifetime. But please reach out to your Visualpath team. They will guide you further on the enrollment process and all these logistic things. Okay.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sanket this side.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm little bit confused about between MLOps and AOps. So, could you please guide me? What?
Infra background. Okay. Infra background means you are of a sysadmin team. Okay. Dealing with logs and servers. Okay. Server logs. You are an infra team. So if you're an infra team, for that it is IT operations. So AI ops means AI in IT operations. For that background, that is an AI ops. There you will learn more. There you will not learn about CI/CD pipeline. You will learn more about data science. Have a dual role of data scientist, where you will able to learn about how to create model to future predict what will be my CPU usage, RAM usage, spikes, any spikes will happen or not. Okay. What will be my, then also you need to have a GenAI knowledge. So you will create GenAI application for root cause analysis, Q&A chatbot that you will create for incident managements and all. So there CI/CD pipeline does not come into the picture. There it comes the knowledge of data scientist and AI engineer knowledge will come into picture, where you will focus on, especially on data related, you will see mostly of the, as I said, server logs, machine logs, metrics that you will deal of. That is AI ops. Well, MLOps, as you have currently seen, I have told what it is MLOps is. So it is drastically different. AI ops and MLOps.
May I know which will be suitable for me? Actually, I have a 5 years of experience in the op. So, which will be suitable for me? Is it
You have 5 years
MLOps
of
or
experience in DevOps.
yeah?
So obviously, MLOps is more aligned for you because you're already working with Jenkins and other CI/CD tools, right? It will be more aligned for MLOps compared to AI ops.
and what about the developer like me? Like I'm a full stack developer who works on Java. And so, what do you suggest me to start with?
MLOps, MLOps, because see, for developers, you are not related to dealing with server log data maintenance and all, right? You're not a part of infra team, right? So you are
Yeah.
dealing with application development, whatever language it is,
Yeah.
right? For
Yeah.
application development, definitely deployment comes as a next upskillment, right? So not only
Yeah.
develop the application, but also do the testing and doing the deployment. So that's why MLOps, DevOps, these are the primary role you should work
I'm
on.
on a contract.
Yeah, MLOps is the correct option. Yes. AI ops is
Oh,
people who are with the infra background. So for them, AI ops is the correct. No, don't get confused. DevOps people, ML ops, because they're already dealing with CI/CD pipeline. AI ops for infra
So
team
when
who
you
are
say
dealing with
infra,
infra is the people who are looking after your laptop, doing patching activity, Windows patching, security. They are looking after your servers. Those are your, we also call them sysadmin teams. DevOps teams, they are related to your project deployment, right? They are any project, application project deployment, server maintenance in terms of, say EC2 instance you need to create. They will create your EC2 instance with Terraform and all these things. They do like that. But maintaining the server and all that is done by the infra team who look after your in terms of say API key access, server patching activity, okay, security updates, all those things. They are the infra team. Server goes down, they will do the analysis why the server has gone down.
and the time will be this same time only, like 6:30 daily, like whenever the class will be.
As of now, yes, you can check with the Visualpath team. They will be the right person to come in. Okay, so you
Sure.
check with them.
Sure, sure.
So how much of DevOps we need for this? How much of Python we need?
Whatever I will provide you, it is more than enough for upskilling yourself if you're totally new to this field. That is
From
more than enough.
testing background, but we know DevOps is used in our projects and also we know about DevOps.
If you know the basic, that is fine. You will quickly adapt. If you don't know also,
But
whatever I will teach is more than enough.
I never use Jenkins, so I know Jenkins etc. as names like DevOps people use, but I've never used because we'll be part of the Scrum call.
Trying to enroll into this project, right? Doesn't matter
So
if you have
with the
never.
zero knowledge of Jenkins also we are okay.
If you see Jenkins is like you will have a stages of pipeline which you can create by yourselves. Like how many code is running, that code is the deployment code and pre-processing code might be there. All those stages are there which is running. And if in the at the front end it is shows in a very, rather than going inside the code and executing, you will get a UI to run button it will click. So Jenkins itself is nothing. You do not have to be a DevOps engineer to be expert in Jenkins, and nobody wants you to be an expert in Jenkins. Jenkins is one of the tools. Similarly,
Okay.
GitHub Actions, just a tool of CI/CD pipeline. That's all. One of the tools.
So it does the same thing like Jenkins, GitHub Actions,
Yeah.
same functionality but different vendor.
So GitHub Action is one of the tools.
Mm-hmm. Sure then, because I'm into ETL testing, SQL testing, and manual testing, so I don't know much about Java also. So Python is okay, right? You will teach the basics of Python, or how does this work?
Yeah. Python takes 7 days to learn.
Yeah, okay, then you'll give the necessary materials.
That's what I'm saying. It is so easy that even if you go through any YouTube playlist,
At the end of this course, what is the objective of this course? Like any certification training oriented?
certification you can
Because
check with Visualpath. They provide one certificate, I guess, but I'm not too aware of it. But you can check with them. They will be the right person to guide you. But yeah, I mean, you become an MLOps engineer.
so in the real time of MLOps, what certification I can write? Like the real time MLOps certifications are there, right?
You can go for Microsoft certification. You can go for the MLOps engineer certification is there. You can go for Microsoft MLOps engineer certification.
Which language required for this course, like a Python?
We will start with Python only so that you will learn the essence how to code from Python. We will start with Python basics only.
Okay, and could you please suggest which topic need to be covered in Python?
What are the topics will be covered? We start with basics, functions, hooks concepts, everything will be covered.